Happy Sunday. Evening, everybody. Feels good. Beautiful day, beautiful weather. Been so productive, so much positivity. Seeing this common theme lately with a lot of people because we're going through that spring clean, the release, and being able to just get rid of all that stuff that just doesn't serve you. And then we got the new moon coming up too, so we get to focus on manifesting what does serve us. Manifesting all the little details about life that we want to perfect for ourselves and for other people. And it's summer. Except for in the morning. In the morning, you still need a cold, but you still need a cold. It's cold enough, you still need a coat, is what I was trying to say there. By about 10 a.m., it's good. You go outside, without a jacket, enjoy that sunlight. So today, get to work on our fourth symbol that I'm going to bring to you guys, which is the Dai Ko Myo, which is a very, very cool symbol. It is the master symbol that ties all the other symbols together, and it can be used with any combination of any previous symbol that we have used. Dai Ko Myo is able to combine the power of all the symbols and the different energies that are associated with it. And it's a symbol that is only used by level 3 attuned masters. And this really cool symbol means great enlightenment, the other thing that I like about this is that when you are charging your crystals, or if you're making a emblem, a lucky charm, you can imbue it and you can use the Dai Ko Myo symbol when enchanting and charging things like jewelry, stones, crystals, clothing. If you're like me, this is the kind of thing that I like to do when I give a gift to somebody. I will enchant it, so to speak. I will charge it and just meditate over it, pray over it, so to speak, and fill it with as much positive, good vibe energy as possible. And then you can custom select what it is that you're using the crystal or the charm for. And what's really amazing about charging items and different obstacles, objects, is that everything gives off a frequency as well as a certain amount of energy from that vibration, and the particles get absorbed into things that are around it. So the more that you meditate and pray in one spot, that one spot is absorbing the actual particles in the walls and the floor and the furniture are absorbing the energies and the frequencies and the intentions that you're putting out through your own mental alchemy and through your intentions. And especially going through the spring cleaning time of year that we are this year, I feel that charge of energy with so many different items. And it's really interesting and peculiar how some items physically just stay with us. They follow us our whole lives, and there's no thought process to it. We just end up having these pieces of our past that are linked to good or bad memories. You know, the whole point to a spring clean and to being able to cleanse yourself and heal, you know, you're letting go of all that negative, bad energies, the bad memories that are associated with these kind of items. And the other use for the Dai Ko Myo symbol, I'll get a picture of it up here to draw for you guys, draw with you guys, is that you can use it as a cleansing. There's different ways to cleanse crystals, there's different ways to purify other objects and items. The Dai Ko Myo can be used as part of that, as well as something along the lines of sage is a good smudge stick, salt water. If you're actually talking about physical crystals that you can pick up and you want to clean or cleanse, you can use salt water. Moonlight, soaking crystals or charmed items in moon water is a really good way to cleanse them, as well as charge them with the moon water power as well. Let's get a Daiko Myo. Here. Yeah, I have to draw this together. It's green. So for those of us interested in learning how to draw this symbol, it's very similar to Han Sezi Shonen. Start with our little stick figure. There we go. Reminds me of the Blair Witch symbol every time. And then for this next one, I'm going to do 2 diagonal lines facing away, and then a vertical line in center beneath that. And I've seen this done different ways. Sometimes the middle line will touch the horizontal bar that we're going to do across the bottom here. I don't always have them touching. Down. Here. Sit up, bring it down. Lighting is devious today. It's devious lighting. Down. Make half a box. A little more than half a box. There we have our master symbol. Complete the process of using this in a healing ritual is what I do. I'll show you guys exactly what I do. Do I have my rings at night? Is I'm going to show you guys how to make a scroll. so to speak. So we have our symbol, and we're going to add to it different meanings and different intentions. So we're going to put, and I have this really cool app that shows you different runic formulas. When I get into praying and meditating and getting really into the rituals and the ceremonies, I like to use rune symbols on my scroll that I'm making here with you guys. Now, if this was a more official way of doing it, I would have much nicer paper that I have that's a little bit thicker. And I really like to take my time, spend a couple days making sure that it's really, really nicely put together. And then I put it on my altar, and now I will pray over it, and I will sing to it. And with the singing bowls and the sound vibrations then release the energies in it, as well as the intention put into it, into the universe to help bring it into fruition. So we have health and treatment prevention as part of Reiki. That's definitely a go-to. And you can also use these types of symbols in pretty much any area of your life that needs healing. You can heal your career, you can heal your relationships, you can heal your financial status. You can do protection scrolls is another big one. If we're doing a lot of traveling, if we're doing, or if I know somebody who's doing a lot of traveling, I will craft them up a scroll and meditate and give it to them as a form of protection spell, so to speak. So let's go with health and treatment prevention. Now we're going to use a formula that is to prevent cold and flu. So cold and flu, and this is using runes, not specifically part of traditional Reiki, but it's all about your intention. Removes pain. That sounds good. For anybody interested in a symbol that removes pain, down, nice, simple, and easy one here. So protection against cold and flu, we have it removing pain. Treatment of cough. I'm going to add this in because I know a few people who have been a little coughy lately. So you guys can see what I'm doing. Runes are cool, like the Reiki symbols once you get a hang of the basic shapes and sizes. You can customize them any way that best suits your health and protection. Family and children. So let's add our master symbol and cold and flu prevention, cough treatment, and pain management to relationships in the family. Removing all chaos, quarrels in the family. That sounds like one that could be helpful to people. That's the better one. Complete a scroll. Let's use our Cho Ku Ray. Bring in healing powers. All of the intentions associated with this. So we're going to expel negativity. Anything that we don't want. Say hey key. Say hey key, I like it. It always reminds me of dry old crocodile. Says shonen. In the middle of cleaning. It's everywhere. I'm going to put a sensation onto our scroll here. You don't have to use all the symbols. I personally like to. Sometimes you can just pick and customize to whatever it is that you're specifically after. Other things that I like to put are just basic words of affirmation, love, peace. Use some nice handwriting too. Peace, protection, safety, security. What do you think? We'll go through all the chakras for our scroll. Should we have happiness? Should we have our willpower? Love. And I have love twice, and that's okay because it's extra important. Truth. Honesty. Third eye connection. blocked by illusions. Which is also why if you're lying to yourself or lying to others or anything that's deceitful, once you hit that third eye, you're going to be blocked. That's another way to be able to search out if you're speaking to somebody who's being honest with you as well. If your third eye is blocked and something just isn't adding up, you're not able to visually see in your imagination what the person's saying, or key pieces of information seem to be missing, it's a possibility that you are experiencing a third eye blockage. And crown. The release. Beautiful. Here's our scroll. I like to do. Roll it. Meditate over it. Bring some symbols to it, and then at the end of the ritual, depending on how long you want to meditate over it, I like to do it over the time span of about a moon cycle. From you can go full month, or you can go from new moon to new moon, depending on if you are manifesting or releasing. And I do a burning ritual to release it, usually about 2 weeks later. Super, let me grab some nice little rolled scroll. Healing energies. Get my singing bowl. I have a larger piece too that you just gone it. Then have a scroll in the bowl. This is the meditation piece for anybody who has a singing bowl. You can you can enchant and charge crystals this way as well. Put a crystal in. My blue crystal for throat chakra says love. The meditation piece comes in as you're doing this. You're focused on that healing piece, that third eye. You're visualizing the people that you want to feel better. We put a anti-coughing spell in this through in some magical buckleys. So my intention is in that is the person who has had a cough for a few days is going to be feeling better, maybe waking up tomorrow and just being like, wow, I feel good. Or like getting to dinner time and being like, oh my goodness, I haven't coughed all day. Those are the outcomes, my intentions, what I'm in visualizing. Feel your emotional status expanding out through the vibrations of our bowl. And now, what I'm going to do, because we're just about at time here, I'm going to mark this with another Cho Ku Ray. And if you get really into the symbolism, there's different symbols that I'll go over as I go through these trainings. There's different Reiki symbols from Japan. There's also Tibetan ones as well. And many of them do mean similar meanings. And some are a little bit different. I'm not specifically picky. I just feel that these are all tools and you can put them all together. That's your healing style. I'm going to take this, meditate over it a little bit, and then I'm going to be burning it tonight. Thank you all for joining me today, going over our Master Reiki symbol and giving you a practical example of how I use these in my personal life, in ceremony and rituals, and giving you a sense of how you can work with it as well. Often, when I done for everything is not where it's supposed to be today. It's driving me nuts. If you have a wand, you can usually draw the symbols on to the person that you're healing. When I was attuned and went through my training, these symbols were actually drawn on the top of my head, on my crown chakra. Another thing that I like to do is you can use holy water, you can use moon water, and use a little paintbrush, and you can draw the symbols onto yourself or the person that you are needing to heal that way. As well, we also get into henna, and we will henna the Reiki symbols onto each other and just let it sit for a few days and just experience the peace of mind that you get when you have that extra energy just in you, like a little confidence booster. Let you know that you're loved, you're protected. I'll see you all next week. And I'm going to be continuing on bringing you guys more symbols because I find it's very fascinating that there's a select 3 to 5 that are commonly spoken about in the Reiki symbols and the Reiki teachings. And then there's a few other ones out there that are less commonly known about. And that really confused me when I first started coming across it. And I'm excited to bring you guys that knowledge. See you all next week.